What is up, Brozinos? It's Ashley, OpTic MiDNiTE. Today I'm bringing you guys another Q&A video where you guys ask me questions over on my Twitter. Go give it a follow if you want. And I don't really have a set day that I do it on, but sometimes I ask you guys, just ask me something interesting and maybe it'll be in today's video. So without further ado, let's get right into the question. Mr. Lunchbox asks, would you want to see MLG go back to using Black Ops 2 for better stability, maps, and modes? Maybe. I don't think that Black Ops 2 would have as much success as the new Call of Duty would on the MLG circuit. The reason for that is just because it's already been, done for a year. It was on the MLG Pro circuit. However, a lot of people argue, Hardpoint, CTF, those were major competitive game modes. Both of those aren't in Ghost. We have Blitz and, what's the other game mode? Domination. We have Blitz and Domination instead. So that it's kind of weird, but I just don't see the same amount of growth with a different game, even though Black Ops 2 is probably the most competitively sound Call of Duty that's ever been released. I do wish that, I wish whoever's developing the next Call of Duty, I wish that they would just take the really awesome things about each Call of Duty and just put them into one Call of Duty. It doesn't even seem like it would be that hard. Imagine Black Ops 2 with the hit detection of ghosts. It would be amazing. Then I would be like, oh my god, we need to play this again, or we need to watch this be played again for a second year in a row, because that would just be sick. Anthony wants to know, McDonald's or Burger King? I don't like to eat a lot of fast food, and I probably shouldn't because, it's really bad for you, blah, 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 the whole, spiel about that. But I will say that McDonald's Coca-Cola tastes amazing. I don't know what they do to it. I don't know what they're putting in it that makes me want it, but it's really good. It's only $1, so what the heck? It's really freaking good. Sometimes I do go to McDonald's just for a Coke. That's kind of weird, but that's what I do. I don't really like I don't like fries or anything like that anymore. I used to, but I just really don't like them anymore. Now people are gonna think I'm addicted to Coke. Aiden wants to know, when you were a kid, did you ever think that you would be such a successful YouTuber and Call of Duty player? No, when I was a kid, Call of Duty wasn't out, YouTube didn't exist. I was just figuring out the internet and downloading a bunch of songs illegally and talking to my friends on AOL. When I was a kid, the internet was completely different than it is now. It wasn't such a huge, communication thing back then. There was email, but that was when email came out, I remember it was like, oh my god, you could send a person a message through the internet, through the computer. That's our mind was blown when the internet came out and became a widely used thing. So no, I pictured myself being a race car driver actually when I was a kid. That was what I wanted to be. Lunchbox is back again. He asked 2 really good questions, so I thought I'd include both of them. Not gaming related. What website do you browse for fun? I'd have to say my favorite website that's not gaming related. So I spend a lot of time on Twitch and YouTube, obviously. But when I'm not on those, I really find that Reddit is a really fun website. There's just so much different stuff that they put on there. It's like everything from the internet all being just kind of thrown into one place and being voted on and commented on. Really interesting, and the way that they set up the site, I've never seen before, so I think that's really awesome. And Reddit, you just find something funny, you can find out news before anywhere else. The stuff that's on Reddit and Twitter, there's news that drops on there before you even hear about it on CNN or anywhere else. Outrun wants to know, what or where is your favorite place to go in Minnesota? This was a really good question. I'd have to say Uptown in Minneapolis is one of the coolest places to go. It's just kind of like a cool place to hang out. But if I were to go on vacation in Minnesota, even though I live here, which is kind of weird, I would go up north. I don't live in northern Minnesota. It's really pretty up there, especially in the fall. That's where all the Great Lakes are. There's a lot of lakes in Minnesota. Pretty much anywhere you go, there's a lake nearby. But when you go up north, it's really pretty. If you go up by Lake Superior, Duluth, it's really awesome. Even though Duluth is kind of sometimes, but it's still really fun. So I'd say, yeah, I guess Duluth-ish, up north-ish, Great Lakes-ish area up there. And now for the question that everybody asked me. I'm just gonna show you guys a couple of the questions that I got immediately when I asked for questions. I knew I was gonna get asked this question a lot. What do you think about Scump leaving OpTic? What do you think about the new OpTic gaming roster? What do you think about Parasite? What do you think about Clayster? What is going on between Scump and NadeShot? So I got all those questions, guys, and to be honest, I really can't tell you a lot of those answers because I'm just MiDNiTE. I'm just a innocent bystander. I'm just a viewer, so but I could tell you my opinion on it. So first of all, what do I think about Scump leaving OpTic and Scump NadeShot situation? I think that for every relationship, even a friendship, I guess, considered a relationship, not not like relationship, but you know what I mean. So they were friends, they lived together, teammates. So what happened at the OpTic house? Only the people at the OpTic house know, and only the people at the OpTic house understand the dynamic of those friendships and teammate ships. So whatever happened between them, you know, there's two sides to each story. I can't comment on either of those because I wasn't there. You know, I don't know exactly what happened. So it was sad when Scumpy left OpTic. Obviously, I was bummed. I was like, wow, you know, that's huge because he's been with the organization for so long. But I also understand that a lot of things change. People change, attitudes change. You know, good things come to an end sometimes, and it really sucks. But you know, sometimes change is for the good. Also, when Scumpy left, that left OpTic with two voids in their roster. So Nadeshot and Ricky were left. The first person they picked up, which I hoped that they would pick up, was Clayster. Obviously, Clayster is one of the most talented players, one of the most winningest players. He was winning on complexity for a long time. So when he joined, I was like, cool, good pickup. That's awesome. You know, that's a really good thing for OpTic. It's a really good thing for Clayster even. It's just really good for everybody in that situation. And then I did not think Parasite would join. I even said it in one of my live streams right before he joined. I was like, there's no way. There's no way that Parasite's going to join. Hex hates him. He hates Hex. He hates OpTic. It's not going to happen. And then Parasite publicly apologized to Hex and OpTic. And I still thought, no way. There's no way, just because of the dynamic, you know, kind of like, it just felt like there was some bad blood. But people do change. Like I said, you know, people change. And he ended up being picked up. I don't even think Parasite expected that he was going to get picked up. And nobody did. Nobody expected it. It just kind of like happened out of nowhere. And Parasite's a really good player. He's also won a lot. He won Call of Duty Championships last year with Impact, you know. He's a great player. So what do I think about the new OpTic squad? Obviously, Clayster's a really strong player. Parasite's a really strong player. Ricky really proved himself at UMG Philly. I don't think he necessarily had to prove himself, but you know, it's always nerve-wracking when an organization picks up a new player and then you want to see how they perform at their first, you know, event with the team. So Ricky performed really well. Nadeshot gets so much hate. I don't understand it. I really don't, because he performs. You know, he shows up. He puts in the practice. He puts in the hours. And I don't remember the last time Nadeshot had a bad event. I know that he has. I think the last one was on Black Ops 2, like whenever, you know, over you know, close to a year ago maybe, that he's had like a really bad event and everyone was like, oh my god, Nadeshot, what the heck? So obviously, but does that mean that they're gonna do well? You know, there's teams out there that you see them form and they pick up beast players, and then, you know, if they don't get along or if they don't, you know, cohesively mesh together or have good chemistry, they're probably not going to win that much. So I don't know, you know, how good the team's going to be until we get to see them, you know, until we start seeing them scrim, playing in 2Ks. The qualifier for the Call of Duty Championships is coming up soonish. So, I can't really answer, you know, are they going to be the team that takes out complexity, which is what a lot of people were asking me on Twitter. I think it depends on how they mesh, and I think that all four players really want to win, and so, you know, when it comes to petty things, I think they're willing to put that aside and really focus on the end goal. If you have four players, and even Big T as a coach, if you have those 5 people, individuals that want to win more than they want to breathe, they're going to do it, you know, they're going to put in the work and put in the time to do that. So I think overall we'll have to see, obviously, if it was a good positive change, but I see it as one. Hopefully, you know, with Call of Duty Championships coming up, that is going to be the most intense tournament, especially after all the team changes with like TK, Envy, OpTic, you know, other teams that changed. Curse Las Vegas needs one still, I think. That's like insane. Right before Call of Duty Championships, it's literally gonna be the most the biggest tournament, and the tournament that I'm looking forward to seeing the most and seeing the results of that. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'd like to leave you guys with a question. What do you guys think about all the roster changes? Do you think that teams made good decisions, bad decisions? You know, which team do you think could possibly be the team that could dethrone complexity, or does that team not exist yet? I'd love to know your guys' answers down in the comment section below. Anything that you think about the roster changes, whether it's OpTic, TK, you know, complexity with Karma, you know, they're looking good, you know, just anything about the roster changes, because it was pretty much like the roster change apocalypse just happened. So Go ahead and leave that down in the comment section below. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you can catch future videos. By the way, before I go, the shirt I'm wearing, look at this awesome design. This awesome guy named It's Magic here designed this shirt, and he designed a couple of other designs for me. So if you want to go check out my Spreadshirt account, the only reason I'm telling you guys this is because there's an awesome deal going on right now. You can get 20% off every single item. T-shirts, sweaters, phone cases, whatever. If you like the designs, if you've been waiting to maybe thinking about getting one, or you've never seen them, you should go check them out. Now is a great time to buy because 20% off is a pretty good deal. All you have to do is put in money20 at the checkout. It supports me. You guys maybe get a cool design that you want, and that's that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, leave a like if you did, and I'll talk to you guys later.